been changing the game in applied sports science in Australia and the world for years. The man who was the most passionate coach in the game. The man who was not scared to ask the hard questions to make the industry better. Welcome to his show. Welcome to Ask Woodford. And here's your host as always, Christian Woodford.
G'day guys, welcome to AskWoodford episode 55. We're back. Sorry, I just wanted to post for my boy Campbell Somerville. Trial start today for the Olympic Games, 2020 Olympic Games. Good luck to him. I'm doing a post right now. He's an absolute legend. He's been at Woodford. I've coached him since he was young, very, very young, 16. I think he's 22 now, whatever he is, but anyway. Wish him only the best. His dream was to represent Australia at the Olympics. He represented Australia at the Commonwealth Games. He's an absolute star. Good luck to you, Campbell. You are my man. Bryce is back after a hiatus. Once again, we didn't. Kieran didn't bring the Christian Woodford signature series, supplement signature series. Didn't bring him in. They're supposed to sit here. Didn't. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, macironfitness.com.au, for all your equipment needs, and also Christian Woodford signature series, which is not here, so it's kind of a bit weird. So. Episode 55. We had 54, Jackson Tinsel, great guy. 55, let's go. I've got 20 minutes before my psychologist. Hit me.
Unreal. Happy to be back, mate.
Yeah, good to have you back, Pricey. Well, where were you anyway?
Oh, I was working, mate. I've got to make a living.
He does have to make a living.
I do have to make
a living. You've got to make a living. 2020, guys, we're going to try and wrap this up, Pricey. 2020, we're going to have a studio. That's our plan.
It's going to look unreal.
No, it's going to look cool, but... we have to wait because at the end of the day, man, I'll be honest with you, my man Brad is a perfectionist, and you can't, apparently according to him, he's right though, you can't rush perfection, and he does things millimetre perfect. And he goes, I will not be doing it, and you filming it, and you saying it's my work. Fair play. So he reckons it's going to take quicker, build up here. He said, he's written the dimensions there, he reckons it's quicker up here, which I don't know. He's a perfectionist though, man. I don't know. I don't know how he feels because I'm a perfectionist when I coach, but in my life, I'm like everyday life, I'm not. My sister is like on everything. I don't know what are you like that, Bryce too?
A little bit.
Yeah, I can tell that. But anyway, continue.
So first question, mate, comes from Jamie P.J. Brooker via Instagram.
Yep.
Via Instagram, I don't know how you...
Via Instagram.
Via Instagram, that's right. Anyway, he says, hey mate, would you recommend doing any static stretching the morning of a game day for AFL?
Yeah.
I had a bit of an...
Oh, well, you tell me what you think, and we'll go from there. Go.
I honestly think it's pretty straight up. Obviously, you've got to be moving before you play a game.
I don't know why you think it's such a weird question, though.
It's not a stupid question, but...
So what would you do then? Why, you say you wouldn't stretch at all, or you would stretch?
I start, like, if I've got a game at either 12 or 2, I'll be... pretty much.
Well, you're hoping this year it's going to be at 2 though, aren't you?
Yeah, but...
because you'd be a bit upset if it wasn't at 2 after, yeah.
I'll be, like, I'll go for a run at like 9 a.m, like 8
A
a.m.
run?
Oh, like not a full
Tell
run,
me not a
like,
taxing run.
No, like just like jogging around, just moving my body.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Listen, for JP, right? Is it JP?
Yeah, Jamie.
Jamie. It's a good question. I like it. I think it's a good question because some people... for me, it depends, but here's the thing, right? Some people turn around and say static stretching is not functional, it slows down the neurological response. Yes, all this has been true, but personally, listen, if you're stretching like 4 to 5, 6 hours before a game, no issue. Personally, I'll do what Bryce did, but I wouldn't do a jog, I'd just do a walk. Maybe a bit of a dynamic active warm-up, maybe even a roll, like a PVC or even a macironfitness.com.au foam roller right here, the best in the game. Maybe use a bit of spiky balls, maybe a slight activation that you use, the Mac Iron bands. Go to macironfitness.com.au. They're pretty good bands.
I grabbed one the other day. It's been a treat.
You did. You asked me about 10 times. Well, can I grab this band? Yes, mate, you can. It's right there. So I'm not saying that... I like the question. I don't know what Bryce, you're a weirdo. But I understand what Bryce you're saying, but there's no reason why you can't. But you know what I hate when people say, not hate, but when people make it black and white, you have to do this. You have to. My thing is, if you're a football, you know this, right? I play football. I had a routine. Do you have a routine that you go through?
Yeah. 100%.
I have a specific... I had this specific routine, Bryce. Oh, Bryce, did you ever have... I don't know if you were this bad, but I was this bad. I had a routine of one sock. Certain you've got to put one sock on before the other. I had to put one boot on before the other. I used to tape my wrists. I don't know what you do. Do you tape your ankles? Like, what do you?
Yeah, I like to do my own ankle. So I have two parts I have to do my ankle because of the surgery that I had.
Yeah, fair.
And I do the...
Now you're a case that I would say you need taping.
Yeah.
Because you had ankle surgery.
Yeah. And I like to do the first part of the syndesmosis taping because I learned how to do it.
Huh?
I like to just do the first part because that's the part that locks it all in.
Why don't you get the trainer to do it?
Yeah, it's just my superstition. I like to do it.
A lot of footballers. I hadn't heard of syndesmosis until 3 years ago. 5 years ago.
Do you listen to Dylan Friends podcast?
Mate, you, Jeremy Borzillo and Lachlan Kennett are obsessed with this podcast.
Yeah, they had a player on it the other week, which was Hal Hunter.
Who?
Hal Hunter, was it the Bombers for a bit.
Okay.
He was the first person to do it in the AFL, and then it just blew up.
But I always find that interesting. He's the first to do it, then he just blew up.
Yeah, it just blew up.
So what? He was like the catalyst for change. I mean, he was like the virus to syndesmosis. Like, fuck me, come on.
I don't know.
It makes no fucking sense. What the fuck is this doing, friends? Man, I want to go on the show. Get me on the show. What's his name? Is it Dill Buckley?
Dill Buckley.
That's funny, dude. All right, how about this, right? Dill Buckley. Have me on your fucking show, right? Because I asked Brick, because they played it on Woodford's speaker yesterday. Yeah. And all I heard was laughing. And I'm like, this sounds like the best show ever. I said, who the fuck's this guy?
Great.
And then they reckon it's funny as, yeah?
It's a great show.
Well, how do I get on his show? Because he just brings on AFL players, and you need someone to spice things up. You need a bit of a Q&A of athletes. Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
That'd be good.
Oh, you want me to get on the show or not?
Dill Buckley's had a lot of injuries with his cast and everything.
Well, there we go. I might be able to help Dill Buckley talk to his listeners, his followers about proper physical preparation for athlete performance and injury reduction. So, how about this? Dill Buckley. Can we tag him in this? Does he have like a... Well, make sure. Does he have like a Facebook page or not?
I don't think so.
Well,
I think it'd be more Instagram.
All right, we'll put this on Instagram then. Hey, Dill Buckley, have me on your fucking show. I'll be on my show. Let's collab. Let's do it. Let's talk some shit. See where it goes. Yeah? Because Bryce, my man behind the camera, Bryce, Borzillo, my boy, and Kenneth, my other boy, they're obsessed with your show. You play it all the time. You know me, I don't listen to anything, but still, apart from Joe DeFranco and Mike Boyle, but that's all I listen to. Yeah. But Dill, I listen to it like 10 minutes. It is fucking funny though. It is good. So Dill, get me on my show. Let's do it. Let's talk.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Jamie's questions.
All right, if you know me, show I'll be fucking happy. No, I'm kidding. Let's go.
Back to Jamie's question. So
I've answered it.
How would you have?
Yeah, I've answered it.
You happy with that answer?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Righto. Sorry. So the next one, mate, comes from SPR underscore condition.
This was a good one, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I said was.
Yeah, Bryce, it was juice.
It's juice, mate.
Bryce goes, this is juice. I'm like, the fuck, anyway.
So it says, hey, mate, I'm looking at doing an internship in the States or basically anywhere outside Oz. I was wondering if you can give me any tips on achieving this.
Okay, so considering that I've just got a young fella, did I tell you about Decranus?
Yeah, you did.
So I shouldn't be. I don't know if I can do it. Oh, fuck it on. I don't give a fuck. I actually end up getting Mr. Decranus, Coach Decranus, who is probably turned out to be the best S&C coach ever, the way he's projecting. He's going to be interning in the summer period at my my mentors at Maryland's college. He goes there in June, May. Is it May or around there? June. But anyway, my advice is this. Understand a few things. One, they do not care about you. They don't care about Australians. Most of them won't know what an Australian is. So the first thing is they don't care what you know because they just don't care. The second thing is you're going to have to pay your own way. So don't think you're even going to get paid or even get a chance to be paid. You've got to show your wares first, show what you can offer. The third thing is when you email them, understand that don't worry, don't be too afraid if it's don't care if it's not a Div 1 school. I think people set their minds on a Div 1 school. And yeah, okay, I did the same thing, but looking back on it, if I had my way, I probably would have gone to a JUCO, even though I love Maryland, but I'd go to a JUCO because you have more responsibility there. And you have a greater chance of coaching your own team. But saying that though, can't beat a Div 1 program. Especially I was in a Div 1 football program, which is insane. So my advice is to start emailing and networking with the coach who runs the internship program. There's always a coach, and it's never the head guy. It's like the 2IC who runs the entire internship program. And every university in America takes on interns. Do you know why? They need them. But also the benefit, it's benefit both ways. You get experience, they get the help as well. The issue with them is it's finding the good help because they're going to work out the good help because not everyone wants to work. Everyone kind of, these days, kids want maximum results for minimal work ethic. So it doesn't really happen that way. So my advice is network, email, be willing to go anywhere. Don't just say, I want to only go there. It doesn't work that way. You take what you're given, you work your ass off when you're there, you get the referral, you either come back and dominate here or you stay there and get a job. Understand that wherever you go, their work ethic is insane. It's just a grinding culture. It's very different here. They understand athletic development a lot better than we do. They apply things, the application is so well on, it's just they apply better than us. We have all this research. Research is great, yeah, no doubt. But if you don't apply the research, it's kind of useless. So you have to apply the research. And do due diligence on what university. Don't just fucking go, I'm going there because fucking this guy's fucking well known on social media. Like, do your fucking research. Find out what is their background, what do they believe in, what is their training system, what are their training methods, what do they believe in, what is that, who have they worked with, fucking don't just jump at it because it's fucking Oregon and they've got a fucking good gym. Start asking, then ask questions about what do they expect in terms of when I go there, what do I expect in terms of as an intern, what do I get to, what are my roles and responsibilities. Find out what they want you to do and then ask them questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. So that's probably the way of answering. And also, be consistent. It's a process. You might get knocked back. I got knocked back a lot of times. Actually, I got knocked back most times. My whole career I've been knocked back a lot of times. I just keep getting up and moving forward. That's a life lesson of everyone. Just got to keep moving forward. Even when you're down. And I've been down a lot. 7 years, 8 years, been down a lot. So you just got to keep moving forward. That's life. You've got to move forward. What's Rocky Balboa? You take it and you move forward with it. And I think it's a good quote. I've watched Rocky Balboa a lot of times as well. What is it? You've got to take what you can and keep moving forward. I can't remember what it is.
It's not how hard you get hit, it's how hard you get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, I like it. I like it. Third question. Let's do it.
Alrighty. So the next one, it was a guy replying to one of your posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
He made a comment. His name's Ronan McAvoy,
yep.
7. He says, what distance and rest... Actually, I'll read
the tweet out.
My bad, guys. Sorry. It says, pro tip, jogging, which is low intensity, is not sprinting, which is high intensity. You might think it's obvious, but so many people get this wrong due to short rest periods. Fatigue equals... up in fatigue equals slower, stupid volumes, sets and reps, and no focus on quality of movement / technique.
Yep.
Specificity, you wrote, hashtag specificity.
Specificity. Adaptation is task specific. The way you train affects how you adapt. Specific muscle group, motor pattern, tummy coordination.
Yep.
Metabolic pathway.
His question, mate. So it's Ronan. Addressed to Ronan. What distance and rest periods would you recommend? Also, should you be training speed in off-season, pre-season, and in-season? Okay,
very good question. Distances. Look, it all comes down to A, the training status of the individual. B, have they ever been exposed to proper speed-based work? We're not talking about speed-based work. I ain't talking about that fucking sprint for fucking 100 metres, rest for 10 seconds, sprint again. That's not pure speed work. The distances will go anywhere from acceleration 0 to 30 metres to anywhere top end speed 30 metres plus. The volumes, so the sets and the reps of it will be once again dependent. Are they in off-season, pre-season or in-season? Obviously in-season the focus will be minimal. It'd be high intensity, low volume because the focus is on competition and training, so everything's directed towards that. They'll be lower in the off-season as well. I'll train them. You need to train, listen, and this is where people might get me, a lot of people might say, oh, but you're going to break a few of them. Well, listen, I think if you walk on eggshells the whole time and you worry about not loading them, they're going to get injured anyway because you haven't exposed them to the worst case scenario. When I say worst case scenario, I'm talking about the physical stress of their sport. I want you to think injury is always to do with, it's not just a load thing. It's multiple factors, but it's obviously something to do with the body has not been exposed or well prepared enough in most cases, right? There's a chance. So you've got so look at it this way. Look at it this way. It's a fine line: undertraining, overtraining, sweet spot. Now, majority of the time, right? We undertrain. When I say undertrain, we undertrain the wrong qualities: strength, power, speed, and we overtrain endurance consistently, right? But think about it this way, right? In a game of football, so Bryce, I'll give you an example, right? So you're a footballer, right? Footballers train horrendously bad. Ooh, did I press something, Bryce, or is it okay? I think I pressed something.
No,
That's
still
good.
picking up your voice, mate.
Wait, are you sure?
Yep.
Hello, there it is. Good, I didn't ignore that. Footballers train horrendously. And I'm not going to be rude to most of them, but they're fucked. Honestly, man, like, fuck me. Now, you're at a VFL club, so it's a bit different. But...
How so? How
so? Okay, well, I was just about to explain. It's just volumes. They've got this obsession, bro. I'm being serious. This obsession with running them into the ground. Pounding the pavement, they used to call it. I remember it all. Pounding the pavement. Running them to the ground. Flogging the fuck out of them with just endurance. It's like almost like, oh, but you have to be an endurance athlete. Now, I understand conditioning is important and having an aerobic base is important. But this obsession with running volumes and flogging the fuck out of someone, like most of the time when I say overtrain, they're overtraining in their endurance where they're doing too much of the wrong type of thing. There's no focus on quality, too much quantity, not enough emphasis on recovery, not enough emphasis on other qualities that maximise everything else. So when we look at speed development and coaches bring them to like a hill, which uphill running, uphill sprinting is fantastic for developing acceleration, positional awareness as well, punching forward, front side mechanics and backside mechanics, applying force down and back in the ground. They don't allow enough rest periods. They don't allow, because they're worried that the players won't think it's hard enough. They don't understand it's not about fatigue. It's about stimulating high threshold fast twitch motor recruitment. It's about quality of movement. It's about maximal efforts. So what happens is, to cover up their lack of knowledge, what they'll do is they'll fuck the fuck out of you and they'll go, it's a hard session. We're psychologically, mental toughness. We develop mental toughness. No such thing. That's bullshit. This fucking whole notion that this flogging someone develops mental toughness, that's bullshit. It doesn't develop mental toughness. Okay, you need, when you're doing conditioning, you need to put yourself out of your comfort zone. You need to put up with discomfort, right? I understand that. But the notion where people think that running someone to the ground and busting your ass and grinding all the time is going to develop mental toughness, no, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Mental toughness is, you either have mental toughness or you don't. I'm telling you. I'll give you an example. Who's someone I respect, who just fucking works? Okay, look at the draft, for example, right? Why is it that some players in the top 10 dominate and others don't even pull a shot? Why? You tell me why. Now, there's a number of factors. The club, the culture, the coaches, like what are their level of skill training, the development process, all this stuff, right? But I think one of the biggest things is their determination and their mental toughness in the AFL. Because it is a fucking grind. Like, do you think about it? It is a fucking grind. Pressure and a grind, man, every day. You see, look in the pre-season, the amount of volumes they do of running and cross-training is fucking huge, right? It's mental toughness, man. It's mental toughness to be able to will yourself, like it's Joel Selwood. Jackson, if Brick was up here, Brick actually supinates more from the outside of his feet. If you highly super, can you just talk about the difference between pronation, supination and neutral? Because I used to always think that only a small percent have a neutral when they run and majority pronate. Can you explain a little bit about that?
So it's individual for each athlete, right? So and we're not going to change their foot mechanics if they don't have any problems or they don't have any performance deficits from it. Like, we're not going to intervene with how they naturally are. So the pronation is the movement of rolling your feet in. Supination is rolling out, and then there's a neutral in the middle. But podiatrists are starting to move away from those terms.
No, I love those terms.
They're used as like a marketing tool. So
oh, really?
Try and sell.
Well, hold on. Everyone out there, hold on. Let's have a look. Yeah. Showed Jackson this before. So I've had these orthotics. Yeah. But fucking ever, and they're the greatest investment. Is that why they say it? Just to sell shit, you reckon?
Like, they say a lot of some even in like the footwear stores and stuff, they say you pronate, so you need this shoe. Like, whereas that's not what podiatrists do.
What the fuck? That's how I got sold, Ken. Yeah. I got jibbed. They made me walk, when I was young, they made me walk on that machine thing.
Yep.
So you're saying that's wrong?
It's a bit of a gimmick.
What? I was so into it as well. So obviously it makes sense though, because they're trying to sell you something. Yeah. So do you want to
talk about orthotics and like what?
Let's talk about orthotics. I was more. Can you just explain? Being serious, because I never get like one over my head. You know that, Kieran? Yeah. Are those gimmicky, the things you walk on a little bit?
Well, they have a place for some people, but I don't think you really need them. But there is new technology coming through with all that sort of stuff. But a lot better and stuff. But yeah, I don't think.
Surely like a
really
force platform. You walk on a fucking force platform, it could show you. You know what I mean? Like,
No, at the store, you got to remember they're trying to sell shoes at the store. So what's it there for?
I'm just staring. Look at Kieran's face.
Yeah.
Kieran, if we went, my job be your job, I was the #1 seller. I used to work at Sportsmart just down the road. Kieran used to be a Rebel Sports girl, and I used to be the #1 foot salesman. Let me give you an example. I'll do it for everyone out there, right? Yeah. G'day, Jackson. Yeah, you probably need, look at ASICs. I'd say a 2010, maybe a Kayano. Listen, it's got the gel AHA in the middle to stop. That's how I used to sell.
Yeah.
Talking a lot of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Well, hey. Results, baby. That's all that matters, results. Let's talk about this for a second. So what is this so everyone understands?
So this is an orthotic device.
Yes.
Right? So
I love how Jackson is so professional. He's a professional young man. And if you watch this and his mother or his father watching, I'm so sorry, Mr. Tisdall, right? Surely they watch it and some people go, this guy he's just an idiot. Do you ever think that, Kieran? Yeah, because you're watching a young man. He's a 24-year-old, young kid, professional. I love it. I want to promote him.
Yeah.
And here's me. Do you ever go, this guy's 33 years old. What do you think, Kieran? I want to know, Kieran. People want to know.
People love it.
People watch me, exactly. Yeah. But I love it. Do you love the young kids how they're coming through? Yeah. Kieran? I knew it, Kieran. I knew it. So let's talk about this.
So this is an orthotic, right? So, this is a custom-made one. Although
by the way,
10 years old.
Don't be rude.
An upgrade.
Wait, if I send that, can you fix it for me or no?
Yeah, I'll fix it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it just needs a
Yeah, can you do it? I'd rather you. I told you I don't trust anyone in this game. Or if I give him. So what I'll do is if I give them to you at the end because I don't wear them. Sometimes I do. Could you refurb them? I'll pay you.
100%. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I'll pump you up about it. Is that your company?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck.
Don't have to pay me.
Oh, what a fucking nice guy. The perks of being Christian Woodford, Kieran, remember that?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, what a legend. So...
Yeah.
All right,
I can put like a soft stuff on there, make it all comfy and stuff for you.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Just need your shoe size and...
Do you have orthotics, Kieran? Yeah. Not in these shoes. But so Kieran's got it. So a lot of people have orthotics.
What do they do, right? So they redistribute load, right? So they're really important if someone is prone to injuries or they have an injury in a specific area of their foot and we need to shift the load away from that area to take the stress off, right?
Yep.
They can be a temporary thing, so they're not a life sentence, but some people just get them and they wear them forever.
I'll wear them forever.
Yeah, there's no problems, but they're not always a life sentence. So if you can think of them like drugs, Ian Griffiths, who's the UK podiatrist, uses this analogy. They're like pharmacy for orthotics. There's different types. There's not going to be, say, if you have high blood pressure, the one tablet I give to you is not going to be the right tablet for the next person. Right?
Individualised approach.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same for orthotics. So what they do is they shift load and try and optimise load in the foot. So if you're injured, or it's sort of like a spectrum, right? So I've read this somewhere as well, but at one end you've got the injury side of orthotics. So if something's under stress or injured, you would shift load away from that. Yeah. And then all the way up the other end, it's really important to try and optimise performance and function of the foot, which there's not much research for. So as far as improving strength and power with orthotics, there's not much research for it at